Hello and welcome. It is game day 6 of the Basketball Champions League. We are in Latvia as we have Group B action for you. Some of the young faces in attendance here to see the hometown of Ventspils face off against Capo d'Orlando from Italy. Well, two teams that have been having success domestically in Ventspils and Capo d'Orlando, but so far the Basketball Champions League has proved a step too far for the visitors from Sicily. Capo d'Orlando currently the only team without a win in the Basketball Champions League. They'll be hoping that their fortunes will change on the road today as we see the games in Group B here in game day 6. Two games taking place today, Ludwigsburg versus Gaziantep, and then tomorrow night Neptunus versus PAOK and Chalon versus Tenerife. It is a very entertaining Group B. The teams really have been battling it out. Ventspils very much within the mix. Remember, we have 8 teams in Group B. 4 teams will qualify from the group stages from Group B. 4 teams from each of the 4 groups moving forward to give us 16 teams into the playoffs of the Basketball Champions League. There we see the current Group B standings. You'll see 3 teams identical 4-1 records at the top. Ventspils currently in 4th position with the 3 wins and 2 losses, and then Capo d'Orlando firmly at the bottom of the table right now. A roster that has gone through much upheaval. They are extremely young. We'll get into that later as we turn our attentions to one of those young faces. There is Artis Kulbuka. We saw him, and he is one of a host of teenagers that play on this Capo d'Orlando team. Mirza Alibegovic we got a quick glimpse of as well, and he is going to have a bigger role today, the number 1 Alibegovic. There is no Mario Erding, the young teenage Slovakian sensation point guard. He is not in the roster today, so Alibegovic, and then also Matteo Lagana, the number 9, 17 years of age, will also have to take a role here today, I would think. On the weekend we said Capo d'Orlando have had success domestically. Justin Edwards really did carry the load. We'll get on to him later, and maybe he will play at the point guard position. Well, a quick look at Ventspils then, and they are, on the other hand, a very veteran team. Their roster led by multiple players really. Blake Hamilton having a fine season, his first professional year outside of college. And then you have the Latvian group of Skela, the number 21, Jakovics, the number 7 as well, and then Mike Bruzewicz, the number 31, all key players for this Ventspils team. Well, Ventspils come into this one 3 wins and 2 losses in the Basketball Champions League, but unbeaten in the Latvian league. Already 8-0 they are, so they are a confident team, especially here at home. They've been defeated just once this season here in Latvia. That was in the Basketball Champions League in game day 4 against Ludwigsburg, who got away with a 73-61 victory. Well, Capo d'Orlando last week really were put to the sword by Neptunus. They went down 90-60. Really, no one had an answer for Neptunus, who just racked up the points. Capo d'Orlando led by 14 points of Denis Ikolov and 12 points from Justin Edwards, alongside Mirza Alibegovic, the number 1, who had 15 points off the bench in that occasion. Expect to see him in their starting role, and Justin Edwards really is going to have to be a key performer today. The number 14, you see him just to the left of your picture there, is going to have to carry a lot of the scoring load. He had a fine game on the weekend in the domestic, in the Liga Basket Serie A for Capo d'Orlando. Well, Ventspils, he said they come into this one having been undefeated at home. Their game last week was against Gaziantep in the Basketball Champions League, and it was a convincing 99-74 victory for them. They were led by a very impressive 26 points for Blake Hamilton. So threw in an assist and 3 rebounds as well, as he was 3 of 3 from beyond the 3-point line. The team went 13 of 20 as a group, and Coach Roberts Stelmars there, the man in charge, will try and use that high-powered perimeter offense once again. There's multiple players. In fact, 4 of the starting 5 had at least 2 threes a pair. And then Jakovic came off the bench and went 3 for 4 as well. So we know Ventspils have that sharp shooting ability. And the worry for Capo Orlando is the way they tried to guard Neptunus last week. May well see a big margin of victory yet again. But of course, new week brings so much in the Basketball Champions League as we see our 3 officials for today's game. And they are getting ready. So Capo Orlando, despite those struggles in the Basketball Champions League, have been very impressive in Italy. They've won 3 of their last 4. They are one of a host of teams that currently have a 3-win and 4-loss record. One of 6 teams that go from 6th position to 11th in the Serie A. So they've been doing well domestically. Beside this young lineup that we talked about, they've been starting 2 teenagers throughout this competition, really, in Kulbuka, the Lithuanian, who has just been named in the Lithuanian squad for the World Cup qualifiers coming up next week. As we see the starting lineup: Atsor, Kulbuka, Delas, Edwards, and Ikolov. So Engin Atsor, the Turkish guard, is back again. He did not play last week, so he and Ali Begovic will try and carry that point guard load for Coach Di Carlo, the man on the sideline there. And I'm sure he will love to have the experience of Engin Atsor back. He's not a big scorer, Atsor, but a tremendous on-ball defender. And definitely something that is needed against this Latvian, against this Ventspils team. Like Hamilton then, set to get underway after that huge game he had last week. Hamilton having an impression, 13 points per game. And then Skela averages 14. Both of those 2 will be in the starting lineup. It is Hamilton, Ubila, Skela, Gubis, and Utikus. The starting lineup. So Julius Utikus, the Lithuanian, or maybe starting man on the inside for Coach Stelmeyers. As their team comes into the bench. Ventspils will be looking to get off to a good start, I'm sure, with the other games going on in Group B this game day. Riesenberg taking on Gaziantep tonight, and then the games tomorrow with Neptunus facing off against PAOK and Chalon facing off against Tenerife. There's at least one of those teams in and around Ventspils for that 4th position that will be dropping a game, so a victory here will allow them to solidify their position within the top 4 as we get closer and closer to the end of the regular season. Remember, teams will play round robin, 14 games in the regular season. This is game day 6, so next week is the turn point, or next week is the last game of the first half of the Basketball Champions League season. And it's got to be now or never for Capo Orlando. If they do want to come back, there is still time for them to try and get one of those top 4 positions, but really they need to start getting wins. For me, it's got to start on the defensive end. Can they replicate the form they've shown in the Italian league here in the Basketball Champions League? Last 2 week games, they've given up an average of 89 points per game. After the big loss against Tenerife at 41 points, they went down, and then last week 30 points, the difference in the game against Neptunus. That man there, Mario Delas, is trying to bring this young team back. He had a strong game on the weekend. Another victory for them against, or in the Sicilian derby, as they faced off against Banco di Sardinia. And there was a victory for Capo Orlando on that occasion, 88-81. And Delas had the strong 10 points in a starting role. So Ventspils out on the floor. There they are in their yellow jerseys. Capo Orlando in the blue. We are nearly set to get underway here in Basketball Champions League action. Game day 6 then is off and underway. It is controlled by Capital Orlando. They'll give it into the hands of Enginazzo. First possession for the Italian team. Ventspils start off in the man-to-man defense. Edwards, who is a key man, takes the opening shot. Too strong, and the rebound taken in by Ventspils, who will bring it down in the hands of Manu Ubila. Point guard. They look to go to the inside. And now Skeller trying to find some room. Oh, a little wraparound pass, but it's wayward. A chance to run for Capital Orlando then. 4-on-1 in transition, but they can't finish. Hamilton pushes the other way, gives it up to Ubila. A wide open 3 in the corner, and we said in pre-game, that is what Ventspils can do. It is that man, Skeller, fresh off his Eurobasket campaign with the Latvian national team. Now he'll guard Edwards, who finds a nice little pocket bounce pass into the hands of Mario Delas. So the big Croatian gets the first points on the board for Capital Orlando. Manu Ubila, played at Farley Dickinson University in the US, brings it down. Skeller again been involved in everything so far for Ventspils. Now Ubila. Oh wait, he's got a mismatch here against Dallas. Decides to go to Skeller. Gets into the lane. This little push shot doesn't go, but good work on the glass. Finish just too strong though. And Capital Orlando come down through Atzor. We'll use that drag screen. Finds Dallas once more, and Mario Dallas puts in 2 more points. Solid start then for Capital Orlando. Just that experience at the point guard spot of Enginazzo really has solidified their team here. Penetration. Gubis trying to find some room. Goes to Skeller. He'll find Gubis. Steps back, the lefty. High arcing shot, just clips the front of the ring. And Capital Orlando again use this same 2-man game of Atzor and Delas. He'll come and set another screen. Atzor's got some room. Finds Denis Ikolev, and he finishes it off. Well, we said Atzor's not a scorer, but he has been a tremendous provider in these opening couple of minutes here. Capital Orlando, a good start from them. Gulbis gets his feet beyond the 3-point line. Doesn't get it. Edwards brings it down. Not in a great hurry. As now Kubuka gets a clean look. Doesn't hit though. Really was handcuffed last week against his Lithuanian teammates. They did a great job trying to slow him down. As Manu Ubila knocks down his first points. So Manuel, or Manny as he goes by. The second triple of the game for Ventspils. Atzor will pull up and knock it down. Oh, Enginazzo doing everything right now for Capital Orlando. They missed him last week. Hamilton into the lane. Finds a good pass to Gulbis. He's crowded out though, so gives it back to Hamilton. His 3 too long. Great work on the offensive glass. New possession for Ventspils. You're going to have to earn the points from the line though. As Gulbis has fouled. Replay. It's all about the offensive rebound though, isn't it? As Ikolev picks up his first foul. Something that Capital Orlando are going to have to slow down. Can't allow Ventspils second and third shot opportunities, especially the way they can knock down the 3. First is good. Gulbis can't hit the second though. Edwards snatches in the rebound. Now think about running. Instead, White now. As Stoutins is in. He's replaced Kubuka. First substitution for Capital Orlando. Delas has it rejected. Great recovery from Utikas. And now Ubila all the way. Fouled and we'll get to the line. Oh, great recovery there, Julius Utikas. It looked like it was going to be a wide open finish for Delas. Watch this. That pick and roll play again, but Utikas gets up. Says no, no, no. Great recovery defense from the big man. The first is good. Stoutens. As the man who picked up the foul. And 2 for 2 for Ubilla then. Token pressure. Easily broken by Edwards. He'll handle the ball here. Finds Atsor. Atsor gets the screen from Delas. Kicks it out. SikeliArchivi. He can knock down the 3. Doesn't on this occasion though. And Skella goes cross court. Gubis goes back to Skella. And now, as it comes off a screen, Ubilla sells the fake. Just leads into transition for Capo Orlando. Edwards takes the contact, misses everything, but Delas is there to tip it home. Oh, Mario Delas. A strong start to this one offensively. Send 2 more, and his team have a 10-9 lead here. Delas, 6 of them. Now he's got to play some defense. He does, and the rebound snatched in by Stoutens. Here come Capo Orlando with the lead. Chance to stretch it out even more. Atsor again finds Delas. Delas, the jump hook. Way off this time. Oh, Ubilla, the no-look pass, and the pretty reverse comes from Skella. Now look at the look one way from Ubilla. The cameraman nearly fooled on that one. Great point guard play. And now Edwards trying to respond. It's been quiet, Edwards. So right on cue. He'll get to the ring and his first 2 points of the game. There he goes. Started his college career at the University of Maine and finished up at Kansas State. Whistle away from the real foul against Delas. Some substitutions ready to come in. Referees just want to make sure everything's organised. Yeah, Delas, he has number 1. What a start from him though. 6 points, 2 rebounds already. SikeliArchivi goes out. And, in. Comes Wojciechowski for Capo Orlando. And then we saw Mike Bruzowitz, number 31, the headband on the far side. Oh, Skella loses his man, can't hit the shot though. But another offensive rebound. Sees possession back with Ventspils. 3rd offensive rebound of the game for them. Also fresh into the game, the man with the ball, Jakovic's offensive foul is going to be called. Against another new man in, and that is Zakis. So 3 substitutions came in for Ventspils. One of them commits the offensive foul. There's Zakis, you just see him just molding the body to get a shoulder hit. Stoutens collects the ball, and an offensive foul goes the other way, and that's against Mario Delas. Well, that's big because that's the 2nd foul on Mario Delas. His team needed him to be out there. He's campaigning the call. Says the man made a meal of it. So will Delas stay out there? Maybe SikeliArchivi will come back in, replace him, and pair up with Wojciechowski. There's the mishandle. We'll stay with Ventspils off the leg of Alibegovic. Skella Gets into the lane. Little zone look from Capo Orlando. Doesn't work though. He knocks down the shot. And the lead back with Ventspils. Alibegovic. 15 points last week. Lifts it up to Wojciechowski. And now in transition, Skeller, open man, Gulbis. Will kick it out to Bruzovic. Bruzovic finds a little room and dances his way in for his first two. Mike Bruzovic penetrated to the ring and it all just seemed to open up for him. A lot of traffic here, but he carries on going. And gets his first points of the game. Brings about a timeout as Ventspils open up the 3-point lead, 15-12. Right on cue, you heard into the timeout of Capo Orlando. And the graphics are coming up. And he said that Ventspils have scored 10 of their 15 in the lane. You really have. Getting to the basket. One-on-one defense is the problem for Capo Orlando right now. That's what their coach was talking about. Coach DiCarlo is not happy with the defensive performance of his group so far. So on the sideline looking in is Julius Eutychus. Getting a little rest as Atsor continues at the point. Capo Orlando have it in hands of Alibegovic. Comes off the screen. Pulls up, tough shot from Alibegovic, can't get it. Great work on the glass. Stoutens gets the offensive rebound. Atsor kicks it to Alibegovic. He has some room along the baseline. Finds Stoutens. In and out for him. And fight for the rebound, just saved. It is Gulbis. Crowd starting to find their voice here for Ventspils. Jakovic wide open. That's dangerous as Bruzovic got a good tip on it. No one boxed him out. Open look, Stoutens knocks it down. Well, he's going to enjoy playing here tonight, the 19-year-old Latvian. Knocks it down, playing back in his home country for his Italian team. Just 2 points a game, just 9 minutes. But he's got in early here as Bruzovic wide open. Well, my Bruzovic has been having an impact off the bench. He's got to the ring. He's got the offensive rebound, and then he's left wide open for three as well. I mean, he's not an unknown commodity, Bruzovic. Atsor can't hit the shot, and here he is again. Bruzovic in transition. Goes to Lomas. And now Jakovic for three. Can't hit it. Applause from the sideline. Coach Stelmeyers happy with the shot from his team. We're under a minute left in the first quarter. Jakovic, some good defense. And in for the first time, number 9, that is 17-year-old Matteo Lagana. Hamilton back as well. Lagana will get his final minute. Gave solid production last week in the loss to Neptunus. Here he is. So Alibegovic. Wojciechowski rolls to the ring. Ikolev trying to find some room. He finds Alibegovic. How did he find that space? Offensive rebound for Wojciechowski. And then here he is, Stoutens. Well, we said he will love coming back here. The Latvian. Playing with some great energy. Stoutens is the second youngest player to debut in the Latvian First Division. He did that debut at the age of 14 years, 11 months and 27 days. He played in Latvia before moving in 2014 to Italy. Played youth basketball and now he's in Capo Orlando. First season with the team. Hamilton crosses over into the lane and is fouled. Just 5 on the clock. Lagana will pick up the foul. At the line, Hamilton. Blake Hamilton. This is the first after that strong game last week. The man from the University of Buffalo. So he played last year. First pro season, and it's been a very good one. 12.5 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. Can't hit either though. The pressure comes. Stoutens breaks it. Niklev, the experienced man, in no hurry, goes to Lagana. And now Ali Begovic, 5 on the clock for him. Sells the little fake, now takes the 3. Doesn't get it. Hamilton snatches in, and that is the end of the first quarter here. Well, we asked the questions of Capo Orlando, the way they played these last 2 games in the Basketball Champions League, but it's been a very different performance so far, 10 minutes in here. It looks more like the team that has won 3 of their last 4 in the Serie A in Italy, as they trail at the end of the first quarter on the road to Ventspils, 18-15. Stoutens, we talked about him, his return here to Latvia. And there is Blake Hamilton. Scoreless. In 7 minutes in the first quarter, Hamilton 0 for 1 from the field, 0 for 2 from the line. Not what we've come to expect from him. There's a man who averages 13 a game. Will surely get going in the second quarter. See if they go to him early, Ventspils. He comes to collect the ball off the screen from Zakis. Zakis rolling to the basket. Hamilton kicks it out. And the 3 way off from Rihard's Lamash. Number 9. Check to make sure the cameraman's okay. Look at this picture work. Hamilton gets a close-up. Just manages to save him. And now Edwards on the other end. Hangs in the lane. Pushes Lomash out the way. Fight for the rebound is won by Hamilton. Here he comes. Transition. 3 against 2. Nice pass ahead, and Jakovic gets a finish. Great play from Hamilton, and a strong finish from Jakovic. First points of the game, and Niklev tips it. As a technical foul is going to be called against Capo Orlando. Carlo not happy. Doesn't like the call or the technical. What he was complaining about. think he thinks there was a pulled shirt. Let's have a look. I can't see from that angle. The question is the shirt pull on Lagana as he's driving to the basket. Gennaro Di Carlo picks up the technical. And Jakovic, after making his first points of the game on the previous possession, can't add the foul shot. It's been a slight problem for Ventspils, a team which usually shoots so well. Just 3 of 11 for a three-point line and 3 of 7 from the free throw line. The two still have the lead though. Bruzowicz picks and pops to the top. Jakovic into the lane, his pass is loose. Shot clock to 10 for Hamilton. Against Stoutens, loses him on the dribble, but can't knock it down. Lagana, first man to it. One teenager to another. It's now the 19-year-old Stoutens. Comes off the screen. Goes to Wojciechowski. He finds Iklev. Interchange between Iklev and Wojciechowski. And the jump shot is good from the Polish international. Much to the delight of a couple of fist-pumping coaches on the sideline. For Capo d'Orlando, they maintain within 1 here. No shot clock again. Manu Ubilla calling for the high screen from Zakis. He wants to match up against Wojciechowski. They're not going to have time to go to the inside. And a strong defensive play for Capo d'Orlando. Lagana off the screen. Nearly has it tipped away. Look towards the official. As Hamilton goes the other way, he loses the ball. And then is fouled by Wojciechowski. A bit of sloppy play on both sides. Wojciechowski a little unlucky there because it's as though Hamilton was going to lose the ball before he was fouled. And Zakis going to the sideline. His replacement is Eutychus. He is. Gulbis and Schkeller come back as well. Here it is Schkeller. And there is Gulbis on cue, the 3. Way off. The woes continue for Ventspils. 3 of 12 now they are as a team. Hamilton slices, but rejected by Eutychus, his second block of the game. They're going to have numbers here. Capo d'Orlando need to recover. They can't, and Hamilton makes them pay. First field goal of the game, first points of the game for Blake Hamilton. Stoutens feeds Iklev on the inside. It fades and comes up short. Manu Ubilla to Schkeller. He waits. And now Ubilla trying to penetrate against the young Lagana. Gets into the lane. Gulbis had just made one from that spot. But this time he can't before Eutychus is unchallenged on the rebound. And when he gets it, Lagana commits the personal. This is the move from Edwards. Great defense from Eutychus. Watch the way he stays within his cylinder. Doesn't try to do anything too much. That's the 3 from Ventspils. 4 of 15 now. Kalev takes a blow. Kulbukas come back in. Well, he went to the bench early, the Lithuanian. See if he can have any impact. There's another fresh man in, is Donda, another teenager. He grabs the rebound. Now Edwards. Gives it to Donda. No screen for Edwards. Edwards has a mismatch here against Gulbis and dances his way to the ring. Fails to finish though. Ventspils will run again. Schkeller and Hamilton decided to go to Ubilla, who's rejected by Donda. And now it's Capo d'Orlando's chance to run. Edwards takes the foul and gets to the line for 2. Got to say, that's poor play from Ventspils, really. They had the opportunity to run, didn't take the right option. Well punished by Capital Orlando. Edwards takes the hit. That's the rejection from Donda. At the line. Edwards, the Canadian, adds points. 2 of 2 to bring it to a 2-point game. Ubilla skips it. Skela wide open, knocks it down. Oh, that beautiful sound. Ball hits the bottom of the net. Skela. Very good perimeter shooter. He's got 7, make it 10 now. Second 3 of the game for him. And on the baseline, Donda loses it. Skela first man to it. Open floor for him. He coughs it straight back. Apologizes to the bench. The game's leading scorer after getting away with a similar near turnover before, but where he was fouled that time. He lost it out of bounds. Both teams have looked after the ball well, though. Just 5 turnovers, as you can see, in total on the game here. Booker pulls up, knocks it down. Well, Ronaldo Schoolbooker had a really rough time last week. That's his first points here tonight. See if that can get him going. Eutychus fouled. Eyes are on Wojciechowski. Let's see if it's him. Yeah, he's not straight up. That's the difference. Wojciechowski on that play fouls Eutychus because his arms were out in front of his body. If they'd been above his head like Eutychus had them when he played defense, it wouldn't have been a foul. And after all that, it's going against Donda. So I think that's perhaps a little lucky there. For Wojciechowski, he could have quite easily been called for that foul. Eutychus makes number 1. Rattles home the second as well. Tied with the largest lead of the game then. Shows you how close this has been. Just 5 points. Oh, great interplay. And Donda throws it down. Well, he doesn't get his name on the back of his jersey, but the 18-year-old says hello to the Basketball Champions League there. 1 dribble, power finish. Great play from Donda. He's got to play some defense. Gubis will take the 3. Can't get it. Skela grabs the offensive rebound. Eutychus. Donda sealed off well. Donda has no choice but to foul. Team fouls against Capital Orlando. There he is. He's wearing the number 4 jersey. It's got Mario Erding on the back. He's not playing today. Donda usually wears the number 73. Maybe 4 is his lucky number, and it's proved to be quite lucky so far. Edwards will get a bit of a blow. Ali Begovic comes back in. Skela to Eutychus. Now Eutychus rolls. Skela tries to find Gulbis. Good ball movement, but they've got to get it up. Ubilla can't hit it. And Kulbuka, first man to it. Oh, loses his man well. Kulbuka finds Stoutons. 3 doesn't go. Donda is going to be fouled. Gulbis just had hold of the shirt. Oh, Donda. His first. Capo Orlando, chance to get within one or even tie here. Alibegovic. Now Kulbuka. He's got some room, goes all the way, floats in for two. And he just looks so much more confident on that move, didn't he? Kulbuka saw the space, glides in. Sometimes just one basket's all it needs for a scorer. Like Arnaldus Kulbuka. And Capo Orlando within one here. Skella tries to kick it out, loose pass. And he turns it over. Bruzowicz is going to come back. Places Skella. He had such an impact in his first spell. Bruzowicz, see if he can do the same here, because his team, after leading by 5 a second ago, now had their lead cut back to 1. Stoutins, the bounce pass, and Wojciechowski takes it in and finishes it to give Capo Orlando the lead back once more. Oh, a 6-0 run sees them get the lead back. This is not the game we're expecting. Ventspils rolling in the Latvian League, 8-0. Come in on the Basketball Champions League. Performed well, 3 wins and 2 losses so far. Capo Orlando do not look like a team that is yet to win a game in the Basketball Champions League, though, with the way they've performed so far here. And after 2 heavy defeats, you'll remember they've lost the last 2 games, Capo Orlando, by an average of 35 points per game. So to be within touching distance of the half is a huge positive for them, especially on the road. Last week they were in Sicily and still went down by 30. So the additions or the sort of return of Atzor really helped them at the beginning of the game. The inspired play of Mario Delas as well. Both of those two have gone out, and it's this teenage brigade of that man there, Stoutins and Kulbuka. Stoutins 3 points, 5 rebounds. Kulbuka 4 points and a rebound as well. And don't forget young Donda, who stepped on. And the 18-year-old has given 2 points and 2 rebounds to his team as well. All 3 of those teenagers on the floor now. There's the backdoor cut. Jakovic is fouled and will go to the line. Donda, activity from him to get the rejection for the fouls against Alibegovic. There's limited contact, wasn't it? But anytime you put a hand on the back or hand on someone when they're in the air, just the slightest contact can, take away from their body control. Jakovic makes the first, misses the second, but he'll get another one. Someone was in too early. Former under-20 international, 24 years of age now. Jakovic at the line. Knocks it down. Ventspils have the lead once again. Jakovic picks up the foul. I'll try to sort out the matchups. Ventspils, they didn't like who was guarding who. Kulbuka picks it up. Oh, sorry, Alibegovic, that is. Stoutins gives it back to Alibegovic. They've got a mismatch on the inside. Stoutins will take the 3, and he knocks it down. Oh, Arturs Stoutins averages 2 points per game coming in, has got 6 points and 5 rebounds on the night. His return to Latvia. Jakovic can't hit it. Strong offensive rebound from Gubis. 9 on the clock. Ubila trying to find some room. Jakovic. Foul away from the ball though. It's going to go against Donda. I think Donda pushed Eutychus into Kulbuka. Mario Delas returns. Donda, a round of applause from Delas, and rightly so. What a production from him. The only negative is he's just picked up his third foul. 2 points, 2 rebounds. And Delas is going to have to come back. He has 2 fouls, so they won't want him to pick up his third at the end of this first half, as Ventspils miss another foul shot. The percentage has gone up, but they're 7 of 12 now. Pressure easily broken. And Alibegovic looks to the inside. Kulbuka wants it, collects it, backs it down and spins away from Skela. Misses everything. And Ventspils will look to push. Screen from Eutychus. Ubila kicks it to Skela. He feeds the big man. This is where Delas has got to be careful not to pick up his third. Kulbuka will push. 4-on-4 in transition. He'll pull up. Quick 3. Not the best shot from Kulbuka. Gives possession back to Ventspils. Step inside from Skela. Wide open. Too easy on the offensive glass from Eutychus. Skela, same spot. Different result as he knocks this one down. Strong game from him. 12 points now. Igus Skela. Where would they be without him? 12 of their 33. Skela really has been the only man performing offensively as Ubila goes out. Edwards back, Atsor back as well. And both teams will shuffle the pack a lot. Don't want to pick up any more fouls against key guys. Lemash comes in, and number 9. Wojciechowski has a word with his coach. Atsor, screen one way, then the other. It is Delas to Edwards. 6 on the clock for Edwards. Finds some room on the pull-up and knocks it down. That's why they brought him back on. Justin Edwards knocks down the shot. Just 4 points for Edwards. 6 points now. His second field goal of the game. And he's going to get the steal as well. And he will go all the way to the other end to take 2 free throws. On the final 45 seconds, this has been for Capital Orlando then. Edwards with the jump shot, and he gets the steal, and will be at the line. Eutychus. So the first one will go out for Zakis. Then played last season in Hungary. That was his first year professionally. Now stepped up to the Italian First Division, the Basketball Champions League. Knocks down 2 of 2. 8 points now for him. Well, it's been a quiet first half, really. Strong drive and foul will go against Stoutons. Exactly what they were doing on that play. Eutychus. Jakovic even. Through the contact. We'll go to the line. We'll get 2 shots, but first we're going to have a timeout here. Chance to draw up the final play for Capital Orlando. if they can get one final shot to cap off what has been a very good first half for them. And they'll go in surely with the lead. Despite what happens with these two free throws. Last few seconds of this first half. 2 shots to come for Jakovic. And then we'll see. Will there be a bit of magic from the sideline for Capital Orlando? Coach DiCarlo has had a good game so far. There's his opposite number. Albertus Stelmeyers, the man in charge of Ventspils. Jakovic does his job. Knocks down the first free throw. Ventspils 9 of 14 now. Second is good too. 4.9 seconds. Plenty of time for Capital Orlando. Atsor gets it. Passes ahead. And now Edwards wide open. He tries to make the extra pass. That was a great play. Edwards could have gone all the way himself. Tried to make the pass and threw it straight out of bounds. Time for perhaps one quick heave from Ventspils. Jakovic will take it going forward. He took the dribble. That's going to be too long. He wasn't far away. It wouldn't have counted anyway. But a strong first half from Coach DiCarlo and his men has seen Capo de Orlando take a surprising lead here. 36-35, and will the Italian team be on their way to their first win in the Basketball Champions League? There is the look at the statistics. Ventspils 5 of 17 from the three-point line, but they're only shooting 31% from the field. Capo de Orlando, what might have been if they can slow down this offensive rebounding of the Latvian team, and if they can start to make some threes, just 1 of 9 they are. And they may well see their first victory in the Basketball Champions League, and coming with them back to Sicily. They have been led by Justin Edwards, who has 8 points. He has been quite quiet. Skela done a bit of everything for his team. On the other side, for Ventspils, he leads the way with 12 points and 6 rebounds. And he also leads steals and turnovers as well, so high usage for Skela. A consistent play of Stoutins, the teenager returning to Latvia. And his Italian team has been a pleasant surprise for Capo de Orlando, and one they hope will continue into the second half. Well, we're going to take a short break. I'll leave you with these highlights from first half. Join us in about 12 minutes time to see, will Capo de Orlando continue this very impressive first half they've put together and record their first victory in the Basketball Champions League, or will it be Ventspils finding their rhythm and coming back to cement their place in the top 4? Welcome back to Ventspils then. As a surprise perhaps on the cards, Capo Orlando, who have lost the last 2 games in the Basketball Champions League by an average margin of 36 points. They've put together a much improved first half performance here to lead by 36-35 over the hometown Ventspils. Capo Orlando, we know, have high quality. They've been playing well in Italy, winning 3 of their last 4 games in the Italian First Division, but they are winless in the Basketball Champions League. However, here they do not look like a team searching for their first win. They came out extremely brightly, led by the return of Engin Atzor, who didn't play last week, and the defeat to Neptunus. Atzor and that man at the line, Mario Delas, combined multiple times in the first few minutes, got the team rolling, and then a host of teenagers. That man there, Donda, came in, gave a solid 4.5 minutes for his team, alongside Strautins, the Latvian, playing for Capo Orlando, coming back to his hometown country for you know, some strong play for Ventspils. Mike Bruzewitz, who we just saw, had a good first half. Hamilton, who there is Bruzewitz. But Hamilton, who last week was so good, comes into this game. The number 0, Blake Hamilton, averaging 12.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2 assists per game, has just 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist for Ventspils. And Coach DiCarlo, you have to give him credit for how the team has played so far. We know that Ventspils can be up and down, but usually we get a solid performance for them. They're 8-0, unbeaten in the Latvian league. Yeah, in the BCL they have 3 wins and 2 losses. The only thing is they've never had back-to-back results in the Basketball Champions League. Going win-loss, win-loss, win. And therefore, to continue the pattern, today needs to be a loss for Ventspils. They have been defeated once at home this season. That was last time they played here on the 1st of November in the Basketball Champions League. That was the 73-61 defeat to Ludwigsburg. Well, will there be any way back then for Ventspils? A few changes for their lineup for the second half, it looks like. See if that can inspire them. They were led in the first half by a strong play of Igors Skela, 6'4". Wing had 12 points for his team. So Mario Delas steps out for Capo Orlando. Manu Ubilla starts off on the defensive end. He matches up against Atzor, who takes the opening possession, brings it down. Man-to-man for Ventspils. And Iklev out there. He has the ball. Will go against Bruzewitz. Spins. Takes the tough one. Vakis and Hamilton fight for the rebound. And now Ubilla brings it down as Capo Orlando, who did show some zone, will be in man-to-man this time. Ubilla gets it high. Bruzewitz on this near side feeds Zakis. Zakis 2 feet in the lane. Can't finish the little turning jump hook. Edwards now, the lead scorer for Capo Orlando in that first half. Sets his feet for the 3 after he gets it back from Atzor. And Justin Edwards knocks it down. Well, if you're with us just before we went to the interval, we said what it could have been for Capo Orlando in that first half if they'd shot the 3. They're just 3 of 11 now on that make from Justin Edwards. As Ubilla trying to find some room. Loses it. Chance to run. Kubuka will push here. Waits for Atzor and Edwards. Edwards will be called for the travel. Sorry. So 2 of 10 they are now. Capo Orlando. Just the second made 3 of the game. That was the previous hit from Edwards. See the frustration in Stelmaier's face there. The head coach of Ventspils. Not a strong start that he was hoping for out of the halftime interval. Hamilton, just a lazy penetration, loses it. And Capital Orlando will push the other way. Atzor waits. Gets this screen from Delas. Delas rolls. Edwards, though, has some room. And now Delas trying to find his space. He can't, and Skeller takes it away. 2-on-1. Skeller to Hamilton. Hamilton to Brusewitz. Takes the hit. It would have been a charge, but the man was inside the charge circle, and Atzor. Does he get the roll on the 3? Yes, he does. Oh, Engin Atzor gets the shooter's touch as it bounces around every part of the ring before dropping. Look at this one. Front, side, side, and it goes. 2 threes from Capital Orlando after they made just 1 in the whole of the first half has seen them open up their largest lead of the game then. 42-35. Ventspils, a subdued looking start to the third quarter is not what they would have hoped for. Gives some confidence for Capital Orlando here. They've just been showing more energy, really. And they're going to come with a bit of pressure. Change the game even more here. They drop back as Brusewitz makes himself available, but it's back into a 2-3 zone. Skeller into the lane. Brusewitz the extra pass. Subilla, can he knock it down? No, he can't. And Delas grabs in the easy rebound. Another empty possession for Ventspils then. Just 35 points for them. Low scoring game here at home. Now Delas back to Kulbuka. Just as they drew it up, Kulbuka went to the inside and then made himself available when Mario Delas gave it back again, and he knocks it down. This lead continuing to grow then. As Brusewitz can't hit on the 3. The offensive rebound is Zakis now. No one comes to help, and his pass is deflected. Delas to Atzor. Will he run? No, not in a hurry. Engin Atzor off the screen, finds Delas. Delas maintains possession somehow, gets it to Edwards. Ikolov, Atzor has made 1, make it 2! And the lead is in double digits. Capo Orlando, a 12-point lead here. What a start to the third quarter, an 11-0 run right now. Ventspils scoreless through the first, 3.5 minutes now. Wojciechowski's going to come in to give Delas a break. Brusewitz goes out as well, so both teams searching for something. Ubilla's pass to Hamilton. Hamilton's been so quiet. He turns it over. Edwards pushing. Got some open floor. Ikolev, another 3. Can't get it, and it was a great look. Ikolev is a good 3-point shooter as well. Can't make that one. Skeller kicks it. Gulbis takes the contact. Can't finish, and here comes Edwards once more. Atzor calls the play. Comes off the screen. Pulls up wide open. Where's the defense? Atzor had a great look, but misses. And Ventspils, who dice with death, really, on their previous possession. Hold it now. Skeller will try and isolate against Wojciechowski. Stops. Goes again. Good D from Wojciechowski. And Zakis is there for the offensive rebound. Nikolev's got to do a better job holding his position against Zakis. Booker turns, fires, in and out from him. You could tell he wanted to throw that one up there. The moment he set off to come from the screen. The lead still in double digits, though. High screen. Ubila goes to Skella for three. Can't hit it. Well, the three-point shooting has been the difference in this game. Ventspils still just can't get it going. 5 of 20 now they are. Edwards can't find some room, so goes to Atsor. Off the screen from Wojciechowski. He's open on the roll. Booker for three is short. And Wojciechowski had the opportunity to score in the paint. Decided to kick it, and Capital Orlando couldn't take the opportunity. Foul's going to be against Booker. Trying to fight on that low post. And it will be a timeout. Just 2 points for Ventspils. Now in nearly 6 minutes of play, but it's Capital Orlando who are going to take the timeout. Just to steady the ship after a couple of empty possessions. They've been getting great shots, though. And you can see points from turnovers. Capital Orlando have used that, and it's basically the difference in the game. That play, that shot from Kuboko was the play drawn up from Coach DeCarlo out of the last time out. Let's see if he can have a similar impact here. Give his team something. Tells them go man to man on the out of bounds. So they've got to get the defensive stop first. Dakovic struggled to find it. An inbound pass. Has to throw it off the legs of Alibegovic. There's a very subdued timeout from Ventspils. Hamilton tried to get him going. Said that they need to pick it up, and they come up empty once more. Dakovic hounding the ball handler. Alibegovic goes to Iklev. And now Edwards. Edwards will use this screen. Iklev stops, pops it. Great looking move from Denis Iklev. And his shot sees the lead get back to 12. Hamilton just manages to save it, but into the hands of Alibegovic, and Ventspils have fallen apart offensively here. And now they're falling asleep defensively. Utikas is caught backdoor by Wojciechowski. There's Hamilton, but look at this pass. Beautiful feed from Edwards. Defense just wasn't paying attention. Hamilton's going to try and take over now. Jump shot doesn't go. Nikolaev is frustrated. I gave him credit on the offensive end, but that's twice now. He says my bad to his teammates. And, you know, there's 2 possessions he probably should have cleaned up on the defensive rebounds. One time led to the only points of the quarter for Ventspils. And now Donda is going to come in for Ikelev, see if he can really clean up the glass. Finally, Romash comes in, is available. Skeller, who's been so quiet in this third quarter. That threat's been taken away by Capital Orlando. Eutychus gets it to him. Skeller has to make the extra pass. The buzzer's going to go. The shot was away in time, but the three bounced high and over the backboard from Jakovics. Ventspils have just completely lost their rhythm here. They need to try and do something defensively to change it if they can. They pick up, but Ali Begovic defeats the pressure easily. Stoutens on the floor again. Such a good first half performer. The number 12, and Ali Begovic has got some room. He throws it down, but a foul is called first. Little grab of the shirt. Ventspils may be happy to have the foul called. There's a certain two from Ali Begovic. We have to now come back to the sideline. Jakovics is second. Donda takes the ball and gives it back to Ali Begovic. Ali Begovic picks up his dribble, only 5 on the clock. Wojciechowski is fouled. Eutychus picks up the cheap one. The shot clock was low. It's just his second. Eutychus, I thought he played well in that first half. You know, protected the rings, got 3 blocks, 5 rebounds, but 0 of 3 from the field, 3 points. And now he's going to pick up another foul. It's his third. Free, just make sure. No more pushing and shoving. So Edwards collects the ball. Wojciechowski will come screen. There is Edwards, flips it higher, but an easy steal. Chance to run for Ventspils. They have to finish here. Numbers on the break, but no. Stoutens rejects it, and Donda chases it down. And then he's going to collect the foul as well. It's plays like that that Ventspils will look back on as the reason why, if they are defeated, why they lost. Jakovics has got numbers in transition, but look at that defensive play from Stoutens. The only man back, 1 against 2, rejects the shot, and then Capital Orlando keep the ball as well. Ali Begovic's jump shot gets the roll. And what a quarter this is. 17-2 run for Capital Orlando. Skeller. Jakovics. Nomash comes off the screen, goes back to Jakovics. Just lost all their confidence now. Jakovics into the lane. Skeller, low shot clock. Manages to get it away. Can't finish though. And here comes Ali Begovic. He's got open man on the far side, Stoutens, but doesn't find him. Does get it into the hands of Wojciechowski. As Edwards wide open. Can't hit. A foul will be called against Donda. That's a good look for Edwards. Couldn't knock it down. Donda will pick up the cheap foul though, and that's been the problem for him. He'll probably have to go out here, because that is number 4 on the young 18-year-old. Walker comes back in. Edwards takes a blow. Donda remains on the floor though. Alongside Wojciechowski on the inside. Ubila way short on his jumper. And Stoutens to Donda. Donda trying to find somebody. Ali Begovic knocks down the 3. Another 3 for Capital Orlando. That is their 5th 3 of the third quarter. Remember, they were just 1 of 9 in the first half. Hamilton takes the foul line jump shot, and finally the lid on the basket perhaps is broken by Blake Hamilton. His second field goal of the game, just 5 points for him now. Ronda gets the switch. Lomash tips it out of bounds. 6 on the clock. Wojciechowski back to Gulbaka. He'll take the fading jump shot. Doesn't go. Zakis grabs in the rebound. Chance for one final shot for Ventspils. Lomash steps away, throws it up. Comes up empty though. That's kind of summed up that third period for Ventspils. Just 4 points for them. And they trail 56-39 and a stunned arena here in Ventspils. Who would have thought Capo Orlando, with the problems they've had over these last couple of weeks, would put together a performance like this? You know, you've got to remember, Capo Orlando, in their last 2 games, not only the margin of victory, but they gave up 90 points last week to Neptunus. They gave up 88 the week before. They've given up more than 80 points 3 times this season. This is just their 6th game. And you can see that they've had their woes defensively today. Anything but for the Italians. A very good defensive performance from them. They have limited Ventspils to really tough shots. You've got to say, it's been sloppy from the Latvian team. Now 5 of 23 from the three-point line, 7 of 26 from 2-point range as well. They're shooting 24% from the field, Ventspils. And Capo Orlando, we said at the half, if they can start knocking these 3 balls down, what might happen? And that's exactly what occurred in that third quarter. 20-4, 16-point spread for them. Seen them open up this largest lead of the game, largest lead of the game now, 17. It got to 19 at one stage. And it's a chance to bring in 17-year-old Matteo Lagana again, the point guard. Capo Orlando, 10 minutes away from their first Basketball Champions League victory of the season. Ubilla goes to the inside. Zakis against Delas. Delas does a good job holding his ground. And while Zakis looks in the referee's direction, Delas snatches it in. Stoutens. Oh, you'd have put your money on that one going down the way he's played. Hamilton in the opposite direction. Can't get the finish. Stoutens grabs in the rebound. Now Ali Begovic, despite having some transition opportunity, pulls it away. Lagana off the screen. Stoutens with a quick step along the baseline. A lot of bodies flying. Foul is called. Gulbis seems to be okay. Stoutens not so much. Let's have another look. Yeah, that's not a charge. Gulbis turned, didn't have position. Good call from the official. Stoutens will go to the line for 2 shots if he's okay. You can see Gulbis picks up his 2nd personal. Stoutens is okay to continue. And a chance to get to 8 points personal. But I'll have to wait a little bit longer then. Second is good. 7 points, 7 rebounds for him. Jakovic to Bruzewicz. He finds a good pass, but it's just too low for Skela. The idea was good, just the execution slightly off from the former Wisconsin Badger in the United States. Bruzewicz. Wojciechowski, Delas. Back to Wojciechowski. He fades. In and out from him. Skela. Ventspils trying to push this tempo. They need to go quickly if they want to come back. Sikelia will take the 3. Doesn't score. He's still searching for his first points of the second half. Delas picks up the foul on the rebound. Just wraps up Zakis, yep. Third foul on him. Ubilla knocks it down. Such a flat-looking shot from Mani Ubilla. And he gets it to go. And it's a rare field goal, a red 3-point field goal at that from Ventspils. Ubilla's got 2 of them. They've only made 6 out of 25 now. Zakis up high. Plenty of time left for Ventspils if they can get it going. They trail by 15. Ubilla again. This time is too strong, and Lagana manages to tip the ball towards Delas. I don't want to slow it down too much, Capital Orlando here. It's the positivity that's seen them open up this lead. Delas drives to the right-handed jump hook and gets the soft touch. Zakis frustrated that it got the bounds. Watch him throw his head up to the sky when it falls. Sikelia kicks it. Ubilla finds Bruzowicz. And his 3 doesn't go. Begovic grabs it in. Begovic couldn't get the steal. Trying to pressure now. Lagana has it. He finds Stoutins, and now Iklev. Open look, just everything open right now for Capital Orlando. They haven't struggled to get good looks against this Ventspils defense. Sikelia to Bruzowicz. Jakovic. Foul. Second foul against Capital Orlando then. But well, you know, the passes and the team plays going on for Ventspils. Those seconds are ticking away on the clock. They managed to get Lagana. 2 minutes of action there. Justin Edwards has got a blow. As does Atzor. So now those 2 will be able to come back in, perhaps see the game out, or at least the next 5 minutes if they can maintain this lead. They'll be able to go out, perhaps, having already sealed the game. Bruzowicz, another open 3. Doesn't go. The lid remains on the basket. Just 7 points in the second half for Ventspils. Stoutins to Edwards. Delas sells the fake. Oh, blows the layup. And can't even get the tip as well. Jakovic will get himself a trip to the line. Little hesitation. Sees him goes past Edwards. Nikolov. Speaks to the official, and the free throw is good. There'll be pressure to come for Ventspils. They need to do something to change this game. They can't just keep slipping back and hope Capital Orlando are going to miss. But that's what they do. The experience of Engin Atzor, played extensively, NCAA career, professional career as well. Starting in his domestic Turkey, played time for the Turkish national team. Stoughton's jump shot doesn't go. Ubilla to Bruzowicz. He's going to put it on the floor. Gets his way into the lane and gets the finish. Still, this lead is 14 though. Ovlev just manages to get it to Stoutins. He looks at the clock and then fires up the 3. Misses everything. Perhaps he could have got a better one. Still 7 seconds remaining when he had it. He will go out. Booker comes back. Booker, the Lithuanian, strong performer in junior national team competitions. Leading scorer for his team in the Under-19 World Championships last summer. Bruzewicz into the lane, finds Gulbis, who just dances in for a really easy 2. This is the problem for Capo Orlando. If they start to get too passive, trying to run this time off the clock, they forget to score. That is Atsor kicking it to Edwards. Edwards into the lane, hangs, doesn't get it, stays with the offensive rebound. And Ubilla gets the steal. Here come Ventspils in transition. Bruzewicz to the reverse. Leaves it on the front of the ring, and Edwards coming the other way. Finds Gulbuka. Back to Edwards. He finds Atsor. And now they go into the secure hands of Mario Delas. Spins, and he's going to get the score and the foul against Bruzewicz. And there was a mismatch on the post. Delas knew exactly what he was doing. Watch the way he takes the dribble upwards. Even though Bruzewicz is already there, knows exactly what he's doing. Delas just moves Bruzewicz higher up the lane to find that space, spinning back to the baseline. Beautiful low post play from the Croatian. The 27-year-old who won bronze medals at junior national team competitions. Can't add the extra point, but the damage was done on the move. Gulbis into the lane, he's fouled. A small lineup for Ventspils. Trying to space the floor. And Capo Orlando will respond. They'll take out Delas, they'll bring in Wojciechowski. That's all. Just his first foul. And Bruzewicz going to have to go out as well. Utikus comes in, takes the inbound. Schkeller finishes at the ring. Lead still though, in double digits. 12 now. Wojciechowski sets it. Atsor has some room, throws it up. Wojciechowski gets the score, and he will get a chance to add the bonus. Well, Atsor, look at this. Just puts the pass right where Wojciechowski wants it. Easy for the Polish international. Another man who will be turning out next week for his national team. As he goes into camp with Poland. Head coach Mike Taylor. Schkeller hands it off to Ubilla. Ubilla. Now to Jakovic. His 3 just way short. Never had the legs, did he, to get it over the front of the ring. Luckily, Edwards, who grabbed the rebound, had his feet on the baseline. Yeah, just that right foot touched the white line. Possession back with Ventspils. Schkeller. Tough shot from him. Throws it over the backboard. Puts his hands to his heads, and you can see why. Just 2 points for him. After having 12 in the opening half, now he's just 6 of 16 from the field. 14 points, 9 rebounds. Wojciechowski shows him how it's done. Catches it deep, solid dribble, and a beautifully executed jump hook. Capo Orlando looking confident here. Great footwork from Wojciechowski, who's gone back-to-back scores. And round of applause there from Coach DiCarlo. His team deserves it. 17-point lead for them. And they are 3 minutes away, or 3 minutes and change away from their first victory in the Basketball Champions League. Having watched Capo Orlando a couple of times already this year, game last week against Neptunus really was a poor performance. Today, they look like the team that has been playing well domestically. And they look like the team that has just started to turn it around in Italy, despite the young age of this roster. If you go down the team sheet today, Donda, he's a teenager. Korbuka, Lagana, Stoutens. And that's 4 guys, 19 years of age or younger. They've all seen sizable minutes. Lagana and Donda played 7 minutes each. Korbuka 20 and Stoutens 23. Schkeller trying to find something. Korbuka nearly had the steal. Hamilton, that high arcing 3 makes him pay. Well, Hamilton comes back into the game, knocks down the 3, just the 8th point of the night for him. That's Saw to Iklev. Wojciechowski, his 3 doesn't go. Hamilton with the rebound now, trying to get to the ring. Misses, and a foul is called against Edwards, trying to box out Utkus. Team fouls against Capo Orlando. So rather than end line, it'll be 2 shots for Julius Utkus. 2 minutes 26 left to his time. Ventspils, can they make this remarkable comeback? We've seen it done before in the Basketball Champions League. He makes 12-point game now. Luzowitz comes in. Atsaw draws the double team. Oh, it's nearly turned over. You've got to be careful of this 8-second violation as the steal comes, and then Hamilton goes into the backcourt. There's going to be a conversation here. Will it be a backcourt violation or will it be an 8-second violation? The ball technically has never crossed the halfway line, has it? Referees will talk this one over. This could prove to be a big call here. 12-point game, still 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. I think this is going to go as an 8-second violation. Yeah. Because Capo Orlando, if you think the ball has not crossed the halfway line, even though Hamilton takes it back court, the 8-second violation happened before he was in the back court. So the ball technically never crossed that line. And now, Ubilla draws the foul. The shot goes, but is waved away. Called on the floor. Team fouls mean it will be 2 shots for Ubilla. The clock is stopped. The lead may be back to 10 here with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Team fouls against Capo Orlando. So every time they foul, the clock stops for Ventspils, which is exactly what they want. They'll come with pressure once again. Chance to set themselves up here. Ubilla's got to make it though, and he only goes 1 of 2. Edwards draws 2 defenders. Finds Korbuka easily. And now he gets it into the experienced hands of Engin Atsaw. Atsaw using the high screen one way, then the other. To Iklev. Iklev throws it up, doesn't hit the ring. Shot clock buzzer goes. Wojciechowski puts it home, but after the buzzer. So, not the worst for Capo Orlando. They did use 24 seconds off the clock. The coaching staff want the video to be used. I don't think there's any need. He clearly didn't get that way in time. I think that's what I'm going to tell Coach DiCarlo. Got to be careful. Remember, he picked up that technical foul early in the first half. Will there be this miracle comeback for Ventspils? They need to go quickly here on the offensive end. They are going to look at this on the replay then. Shot doesn't hit the ring. Wojciechowski grabs the rebound and puts it home, but you can't see the shot clock on that particular angle. Let's have another look. There's the rebound for Wojciechowski. Yeah, for me it's clear. Doesn't count. Still had the ball in his hands. Referee's doing the right thing though, checking it over. A couple of big calls from the officials. I want to make sure they're right here down the stretch. Crowd waits. Now, there's a confirmation. Basket is waved away. Referee's got it right on the first look then. The game remains as we were. An 11-point lead for Capo Orlando. 1:47 left for them to record their first win in the Basketball Champions League at the 6th time of asking. Brusewitz will bring it in for Ventspils. They need to speed the game up here. Ubilla waits. Picks it up. Pulls up for three. Doesn't hit though. The rebound tipped away from Brusewitz, but it goes out of bounds. 7 seconds lost and possession now with Capo Orlando. They'll bring in Mario Delas. Edwards throws it ahead. Gulbuka back to Edwards. He's trapped. And his pass looking for Delas is loose. Another 10 seconds has gone though. Capo Orlando just need to refocus on this end of the floor. Hamilton. He take the high screen. Too many dribbles though. Hamilton now will pull up. Doesn't get the roll. Delas grabs in the rebound and Ventspils don't really commit to trying to get the ball back quickly. They'll trap at Saw, but they foul. Just the 4th foul. Gulbis commits it. And it'll be sideline possession for Capo Orlando. Well, at 1:47 the score left. The score was 66-55. And now, what, 32 seconds, 33 seconds later, that's where we still are. That will please Capo Orlando, but Brusewitz will get the steal. No! Agonizingly bounces out of bounds. He got a good hand on it. He was away. Brusewitz just couldn't get control of the ball. Edwards now draws two, gets it to Atsor. Atsor pulls it out and gets the screen from Delas. It stays with Capo Orlando, just 1 on the shot clock though for them. They'll fling it up, see if they can hit the ring. A couple of guys to attack the glass. Edwards fires up the 3, misses everything. 24-second violation, but it's 24 seconds off the clock for Ventspils. For Capo Orlando. Wojciechowski comes back in, Delas goes out. Ubilla tries to make the pass. Wasn't really there though. Probably should have looked to score himself. I'm going to have a timeout. Remember, in Basketball Champions League action, head-to-head record, always important between two teams. So Ventspils, despite, maybe thinking this game is now beyond them, they want to get this margin as close as possible. And when they do get to the locker room, those percentages paint the picture. There's no way you can win a game when you're shooting that way from the field. just 25% overall. Ventspils 17 of 66. From the line as well, under 67%. They would love to take the deficit into at least single digits from here, though. Last few possessions of this game then. Capo d'Orlando just need to finish it off inside this final minute. Gubis to Skela. Skela draws a lot of attention, but his pass is taken away by Wojciechowski. Capo d'Orlando drawn up a play, trying to get one final score, and they're going to need a play at this rate. Wojciechowski, though, pulls it back out, and now Atsor to Iklev. Edwards brings it back out once again. Now he'll attack, 5 on the clock, crosses over, spins, Edwards can't finish as Buzowicz pushes Ubila, pulls up for another 3. Way off for him. Atsor thought about taking a shot. Has it taken away? And the pull-up 3 from Hamilton doesn't go. And that will be the end of the game. High fives all round. Coach DiCarlo will be a happy man tonight. His team will go back to Sicily with their first victory in the Basketball Champions League. They'll bring it in from the end line. And that is all. Capo d'Orlando take the win here then on the road in Ventspils. It is 55 to 66. And Capo d'Orlando, a much improved performance from them. And they are the rightful winners here on the road in Basketball Champions League. Group B becomes even more interesting then, as every team now bunches even closer, with Capo d'Orlando getting their first victory. There are the percentages. We said Ventspils 29% from 2-point range, 21% from 3-point range just isn't enough to record a victory at this level of basketball. And they, after having that opportunity to solidify 4th position in Group B, or a top 4 spot, they've thrown it away really. Ventspils will move to 3 wins and 3 losses. Capo d'Orlando, who are led by Justin Edwards with 11 points, but really a team performance from them. We'll move to 1 and 5. Well, the statistics are up for you to see, but what they don't show you, the difference in this game is the 3rd quarter scoring 20-4 in favor of Capo d'Orlando. As the Ventspils offense just went cold, just 4 points for them in that 10-minute sequence, and the crowd will go home disappointed from Ventspils. There we see the league table. Capo d'Orlando do get that victory. They move up 1 place before we see the other games taking place in game day 6. They are the first team in the book, but it is getting tight in Group B. And now in the Basketball Champions League, we have every team in the competition now having recorded a victory after the win here tonight for Capo d'Orlando. They will get on the plane happy as they have taken the game here tonight, 66 to 55 over Ventspils.